Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface, and as we're greeted by the beautiful William Shatner, 90 years old, still going strong. Sir, may you live forever. This is actually part of an article which came out in August of last year, and I want to reference it before I go into the next article. And it runs with the headline of 9 reasons Kirk should absolutely be bisexual in Strange New Worlds. I'm not even kidding. There you go. What an absolutely bizarre title to have for an article, which I'll go into momentarily. But first, I want to read the first couple of paragraphs. Rumor has it we could be getting an openly bisexual representation of James T. Kirk in Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Industry insider Daniel Reichman tweeted that it heard the network was toying with the idea in mid-June. I wonder what they're doing in July. And while 50 or even 5 years ago, the idea of Kirk being openly bi felt completely unobtainable. Yes, we'll go into the choice of words in a moment. The recent positive queer representation on both Star Trek Discovery and Picard has set a precedent that's promising. My God, the levels of delusion here are absolutely incredible. First of all, I want to address the representation of queer people in Discovery and Picard, and they're absolutely abysmal. Abysmal. In Discovery, all the alphabet community are segregated from the rest of the crew, as if they're unable to normally intermingle with anyone else. No, they have their own little clique, their own little queer clique, just like there's their own little black clique and their own little members of the crew who we still don't know the name of clique. It's possibly one of the most poorly represented elements of Discovery. And as for Picard, well, that was just laughable. Laughable. We have the character of Raffi, a druggie, an alcoholic. Halfway through the season, we get to learn that she has a son that's married a Vulcan lady who's preggers with his baby, but none of them want to know her. None of them want to know who she is. So she finds herself going back to the bottom of a bottle or the powder of the nose that goes up. And then we have 7 of 9, of course. 7 of 9, who was in a relationship with Chakotay, that we had stories based off that. And then in the very final episode of Picard, the two of them, Raffi and 7 of 9, sat down at a table with literally 15 seconds of the episode to go, and they said, "You want to fucking rub Chinese?" Where did that come from? No idea where that came from, folks. Neither did anyone else in one of the most confusing turns that people have seen in Star Trek. Well, never mind Star Trek, let's just say TV. But you see, things like Picard and Discovery, they're not Star Trek, and they're not written like Star Trek. And as Kurtzman himself said, this has got nothing to do with Star Trek anymore. It's about using the platform to send our messages. Now, what messages they're trying to send? You've got me complete and utterly confused. And while we have here, 5 years ago, or even 50, but 5 years ago, the idea of Kirk being openly bi felt completely unobtainable. Why wouldn't it? The man is a heterosexual, has always been written as a heterosexual, never as anything other than a heterosexual. So why would he change? I mean, after all, we are dealing with a community, and I got to say, to the alphabet community that's watching this, I know the ton of you that are just normal. You're not activists like these crazy buffoons. And I am sorry that you have to get grouped into it. And I apologize, but you kind of understand the logic that I'm trying to get to in a moment. That the alphabet community stresses very vehemently, this is how you are born. Your orientation is how you are born. It's not something which comes along. It's not something that you make a choice about. It's something that's predetermined. When you're born, you are born with a manner. You're born with your hair color, your eye color, the number of fingers and toes and all that sort of thing that you have. And also your sexuality. That is the belief. 100% belief of them. So why would somebody's sexuality change? That wouldn't make any sense. But it's the Kelvin timeline, as it's not the prime timeline, so we want to just make them gay. Why? Why? What benefit does it do? It doesn't do any benefit whatsoever. All it does is virtue signal. And you'll notice that these things never go the other way. This is a one-way avenue that we see. Race changing, gender changing, sexuality changing. It's a one-way street. You don't see, the comic that has, not that you'd need to, but you don't see the comic which is Liberace, can't stop crushing pussy. You don't see that. No, you see comics recently, of course, DC being a prime example where Tim Drake's Robin, who has never even expressed a modicum of interest in men, is being written as bisexual, which in comic terms means gay, because Tim Drake is never going to date a girl ever again in DC Comics. He's going to find himself a nice little femboy, and he's going to be nice little femboy, and they're going to be a couple of femboys together. And if you think that my tone is derogatory, yes, it is derogatory, because it's insulting what you're doing to the character. You don't see anything that's reversed. You don't see a black character becoming a white character. You don't see a female character becoming a male character. You never see any of that. No, this is a one-way avenue of virtue signaling. It's always about taking away. And why would you want to take away from people? Wouldn't you rather create or want to create? Of course you can't, because you can't do it. You have no talent to do it. And it's something we've been over with time and time again. So let's jump to this article now. This article, which was written a couple of days back. Strange New Worlds could change Spock in one huge historical way. Couldn't you guess what it is yet? Let's run a clock, folks. Yeah, of course it's his fucking sexuality. Of course it is. The absolute brain deadness, the lack of creativity of these people is absolutely paramount, because once again, this is nothing to do with Star Trek at all. It's about pandering to their communities. And these people in Hollywood are massive preponderance and pushers, as we've seen from the actual propaganda which they now run for them, for the alphabet communities. Trek fans know that Spock isn't strictly heterosexual. No, he is. And again, it's all about just trying to take away. Oh my God, this is great. Star Trek's most famous character is the one who helped launch the phenomenon of the fan fiction. Fan fiction, which is completely different from canon. Specifically, the popularity of Mr. Spock helped usher in the notion of a slash fiction, in which fans, no, weirdos, but okay, paired characters romantically and sexually. By most metrics, the dawn of a slash fiction originated with Kirk Spock. sometimes these sometimes called spurk, they're just making this shit up as they go along. Fucking hell. In which Kirk and Spock were depicted as being considerably more than friends. Right. Well, you've just stressed it's all fan fiction. It's not canon. It's fan fiction, and it's fan fiction of a gnat's pube of people. But now we want to bring that into canon. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to do that? An absolute minuscule of people versus a huge fan base. Hey, we want to get our way. By the way, this is, again, I'm so sorry to the alphabet community, people who are watching this video. They're actually sane and normal. I do apologize. But of course, this is a community that likes to stress how repressed it is. How repressed it is. And how it's got to deal with repression all the time. And yet, quite clearly, by the way that Hollywood panders to them, comics pander to them, film and TV pander to them, quite clearly demonstrate that the actual power which they do have, which is considerably more, while still, of course, as a minority, being able to play victim. Isn't it wonderful? And then, of course, if anyone challenges this, then all you have to do is you have to play the homophobe card. It's so easy. It's such an easy game to play. Hold on. Somebody doesn't like the fact that we want to change a canonically heterosexual character gay. Let's just call them a homophobe. Get that out there. Yeah, okay. Let's see how they quickly back away when they're being told that. Oh my god, this game is so pathetic. So pathetic. Here's some hints as to when the next Trek series could deliver big news for Spock. Speculation. Speculation follows. Is Spock queer in canon? No. Short answer, it depends on who you ask. No. The answer is no. Original series writer DC Fontana, the great DC Fontana, once told me that Spock and Kirk were not in a romantic relationship off screen. Oh, that is fine. That's fine though. Never mind. One of the greatest Star Trek writers of all time saying, no, you go ahead, son. You just go ahead. And then you use some real loosely veiled stuff here. Furthermore, in his novelization of Star Trek The Motion Picture, Gene Roddenberry went out of his way to have Kirk talking about his own inverse awareness that Spock was his love partner or brother. The nice context tweak there is real great. That said, this novelization also makes it clear that in Spock's mind he refers to Kirk with the Vulcan word tithla, which loosely translates to brother or lover. No, brother. Context matters. So in 1979, Roddenberry had Kirk say on paper that he wasn't Spock's lover, but in the same book, Spock refers to Kirk as his lover. No, as his brother! The reaching. Now, it doesn't matter. Well, I say it doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter what they do with these characters, because these characters here, this is cosplay. This is cosplay shit. And I'm sorry, because I like a couple of people on this picky here. I like myself some Ensign Man. I like myself some... But, you know, this is cosplay trash. Because, once again, as Kirkman said, this is not about Star Trek. It's about using it as a platform for our propaganda. Sorry, messages. Which essentially is propaganda. So you can turn who you want gay. You can turn who you want bi. You can turn who you want, black, pink, mauve. I don't give a fuck. Nobody watches Discovery. The in brackets, nobody. It's a monumental failure. All the other Star Trek shows have been a monumental failure. The films could barely get a third one on the go, never mind a fourth one, which still is nowhere, by the way. Strange New Worlds is set to, I don't know, not make anyone give a fuck whatsoever. Picard's an absolute mitigated disaster. That season 2, they've got to go back to the 21st century so they don't have to spend money on a budget. This whole Kurtzman business around Star Trek is such a joke. It's unbelievable. And I think Robert Meyer Burnett says it's the kidnapping, it's the ransoming of Star Trek at the moment. And we've got 5 more years of this shite. But I won't be watching it, so fuck it. Or if I watch a Discovery, I'll be watching it to point and laugh at how stupid and pathetic it is. Because you can take a great IP, but when you don't have great writers, when you don't have great ideas, and when you don't have great characters, it just turns to shit. Oh, didn't somebody else recently said, whoa, anything that's woke turns to shit? Yeah. They were right. Hope you enjoyed the vid. If you did, do give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media and YouTube for live streaming links. They're in the description box down below. And I'll be back with some more stuff very soon. You take care. Bye for now.